Today we're diving into the world of bike racks for cars. How do you choose the right one? Let's find out.
Sounds great. I've been, thinking about getting one myself. So, where do we start?
Well, there are three main types: roof-mounted, hitch-mounted, and rear-mounted racks.
Right.
Each has its own perks and quirks.
Okay. So let's talk about roof-mounted racks first. What are they like?
So imagine, installing a rack on top of your car where you place the bike's wheels in a rail, and a movable arm clamps onto the bike's down tube. Some even let you attach by the fork, which lowers the overall height a bit.
That seems practical. What are the advantages?
Well, the biggest plus is that your trunk remains accessible, and the bikes don't block your rear view, so it's easier to drive and park, even in tight spots. You can also leave the rack on when not in use.
That's useful. But aren't there any downsides?
Definitely. The main issue is that it messes with your car's aerodynamics, like, increasing fuel consumption, especially on the highway. And lifting the bike onto the roof can be a real workout. Plus, your car's height increases significantly. You might turn your sedan into an accidental double-decker.
Haha, I'd rather avoid that. So what about hitch-mounted racks?
Hitch-mounted racks attach to your car's tow hitch. But, of course, you need to have one installed. The basic models have a vertical bar with 2 arms to hang the bikes. The fancier ones have a base where the bikes sit, secured with clamps.
Okay, and the advantages here?
They're super stable. Probably the most secure option. Some can carry up to 4 heavy bikes. Plus, they improve aerodynamics compared to roof racks. And loading the bikes is much easier.
Sounds ideal. Any negatives?
Well, they cost more, for starters. They also block your rear view and make your car longer. You might need to remember that when parking. And you have to replicate your license plate and lights, or you risk fines. Oh, and accessing the trunk can be tricky, unless you have a model that tilts.
Wait, but didn't you say they improve aerodynamics compared to roof racks? So isn't that a big plus?
You're right. They do offer better aerodynamics, but the increased length and cost can still be drawbacks. It's a trade-off, really.
Got it. And rear-mounted racks? How do they compare?
Rear-mounted racks attach to your car's trunk with hooks and straps. It's a good option if you don't have a hitch.
Right.
They're generally more affordable.
That's appealing. What are the pros?
They're less expensive, and once set up, loading bikes is easy. Plus, they can fold up when not in use, so they're less bulky.
And the cons?
Can be a bit fiddly. You need to make sure it's really secure.
Right.
They block your rear view and extend your car's length. You'll also need an oversized load sign to avoid fines. And you can't open your trunk with it installed.
That's something to consider. But doesn't the rear-mounted rack's installation depend a lot on the car model?
Exactly. Not all racks fit all cars. You need to check compatibility carefully. It's like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. It just doesn't work.
Haha, true. Any general tips you'd recommend?
Definitely remove accessories from your bike before loading, like water bottles or cycle computers, so they don't fly off on the road. And make sure to secure everything properly. Maybe use padding to protect delicate spots.
Good points. Anything else?
After a few miles, stop and recheck the bikes. They might shift during the trip. And if you have a carbon frame, be extra cautious not to overstress it.
That's important. By the way, didn't the Swiss Touring Club do tests on these racks?
Yes, they tested 13 racks, both roof and hitch mounted. The results are on their website. It's a good resource to see which models are safest.
Excellent. So, in the end, choosing the right bike rack is, well, like picking the right tool for the job. It depends on your needs and your car.
Exactly. With the right choice, you can transport your bike safely and enjoy your cycling adventures anywhere.
Thanks for all the insights.
My pleasure. Happy trails.